In remembrance of the loss of Jugg in BO4, because Treyarch couldn't figure out how to make it work with the armor system instead of taking it out for more perk variety, I thought there would be no better time to talk about the perk, and why it was so good. Maybe a little too good, actually. Juggernog was first introduced on the map Verkt all the way back in World at War, alongside the perk system, for 2,500 points, which is the amount it has been for every single Zombies mode. In World at War, BO1 and BO2, Jugg gave you 3 extra zombie hits worth of health, giving you a total of 5 zombie hits worth of health, and 6 when it comes to dogs. In BO3, extra zombies and IW zombies, Jugg will instead give you 2 extra zombie hits worth of health. However, you will still have the exact same amount of health as in World at War, BO1 and BO2, as non-Jugg health has been increased from 2 hits to 3. So, is Jugg worth using? This is a bit of an obvious answer. While I can see a case being made for the modes with a 3-hit system saying that's good, but you do have the option for other perks, in the 2-hit system modes there is absolutely no question you need to get Jugg in those modes. Without it, you probably won't last long at all. It's one of the reasons I don't enjoy the World at War and Black Ops 1 versions of Noct as much as the BO3 version. It is incredibly unforgiving without Jugg, and BO3 fixes this with a 3-hit system and by having Jugg. And even with the BO3 version having a 3-hit system, while I said a case could be made, getting Jugg is pretty much a mandatory step as well since it's such a huge boost in health. It is a necessity. Sure, BO4 feels fair without Jugg, but that's only after a patch that increased the health by an extra hit in almost all difficulties was increased. Except for realistic, because masochists would be mad they wouldn't be able to get the same hit of pain as before. Although had Jugg been in BO4, even if it was only a 1-hit increase, I would still take it, because it's still 1 hit extra health. It could mean the difference between life and death, in the same way double tap and speed cola could mean that difference. To be honest, the only real problem with Jugg is that it's a perk. With Speed Cola being implemented BO4 as a bonus perk activated when you have all 4 perks, it kinda shows a system that would work should Jugg ever return. Rather than being a perk you can use in the 4 slots, being able to select a special 5th perk to be activated once you get 4 perks that's a bit stronger than standard perks is definitely the best situation for Juggernog to ever return, without messing up the variety the new perk system allows. If Jugg returned that way, the only real problem with Jugg would be solved. Aside from the standard Jugg, there are also multiple different variants of it. In BO2, if you go down multiple times in solo without quick revive in the early rounds, you will get Perma-Jugg, a perma perk which provides double health and can also be stacked with actual Jugg. Should you survive to round 15, you won't be able to use this Perma-Jugg again in the future games unless you repeat the process to gain Perma-Jugg. And if you go down past round 15 in your current game, you will lose the Perma perk. This Perma perk is useful for beginners who have trouble getting past the early rounds, and adding Jugg into the mix, you can become an unstoppable tank. The problem is you can only do this on the transit crew maps, and that's enough to make this the worst perk ever made. Another variant of Jugg can be gotten on Revelations via the masks. By completing a little objective like killing enemies in a specific place in a specific way, you will gain access to a mask, with most providing a form of damage resistance. And one of these forms is Purple Jugg, which provides you an extra hit's worth of health. Paired with standard Jugg, you can get 6 entire hits worth of health. At a minimum. This isn't taking into account the God Mask, which on top of granting Purple Jugg provides a 33% damage resistance overall, so you can get about 10 hits worth of health, making balance a thing of the past. Lastly, there is World War II's Jugg equivalent, Armor. It can be gotten through many different means, like from class perks and abilities, or by simply buying it from the armor machine, starting from 500 points, then 1000 points, and increasing from there. While it does increase your total amount of hits to 6, it works a bit differently. Rather than going down on the 3rd hit, a point of armor is taken instead. When the last point of armor is gone, you won't go down, but to get more armor you will need to either buy more or use whatever other method you have set up with your class perks to get more armor. To be honest, I do think this is actually a really good replacement for Jugg. It frees up a perk slot for something else, and I feel it doesn't make the game too hard to play. But I am kinda confused a little. World War II removes Jugg, yet implements a system that is actually really good, yet everyone is mad that they took out Jugg and think the armor system is shit. Yet Treyarch takes Jugg out, offers no real replacement, making the game harder for casuals, and everyone starts saying Jugg is a crutch perk that we needed to get rid of, even before the patch that increased the health in BO4 was released. You people are fucking idiots. And that's about it for Jugg. A perk we all remembered fondly, but in reality we needed to let go of to truly prosper. Or maybe at the very least change into a different system. And the fact that Treyarch couldn't figure that out until they reached a point where they couldn't figure out how to make it work in BO4 with armor, makes me wonder how a AAA studio couldn't figure out how to make such a simple mechanic work. Then again, the state BO4 released and should have made me ask that question a month ago.